Okay guys, welcome back. And here I have got one of the Mini Zs I have been eagerly awaiting. This has taken a while to come, guys. Come from Hong Kong. I didn't unbox it right away. I just left it in my garage. Anyhow, this is something I've been after. I have this shell anyway, guys, but I wanted to do like race vids with some of the bigger cars. As you know, Mini Zs, the all-wheel drive 90mm and 94mm are the popular wheelbases. It's pretty hard to get 98mm wheelbases in Mini Zs, guys. And yeah, so this was the only car I could find. I hate this remote, but I got it because basically I wanted the wheelbase, 98mm wheelbase, so yep. So I'm not saying I'm a massive fan of that system, but as I say, guys, this was the only one that I could find at 98mm. Before, they had the Audi R8, which was the Phoenix version, and that was pretty cool, and I got one of them, but I never really noticed that there were many 98mm wheelbase all-wheel drive cars out there. This is the one. So yep, I already had this shell and I had it in flame red, and I think I preferred it in red. This doesn't even look white. It looks like a off-white, creamy kind of white. But I suppose having drift wheels with a nice red little rim around them is pretty cool. So, okay, that's enough about me not wanting it, but yeah. So here's basically the features. So yeah, it's got the VCS front suspension, and then it's talking about how you can fit a gyro and you can fit LED lights to the system. It should have ball bearings included. Yep, there's 14 of them. Yeah, so it should be a lot of a smoother transition from the transmission to the actual wheels. But yep, okay. And as usual, some of the hop-ups that they do. Okay. Oh, battery charger on there now. High-Tech do a really good battery charger, guys, one that I use. And what's in the box basically, and here's all your bits and bobs. So you've got the car, you've got the remote, you have got your pinion removing gear tool, you've got your wheel wrench, which is horrible, and you have got spur gear, pinion gears. And the reason why the pinion gears are different is because if you had a smaller Mini Z and you downsized, then you could do that. Now, interesting enough, they don't go above 98, so you could probably downsize this one, I think. Spare wheel nuts. Well, that's a first. Okay. So, right. And this is the all-wheel drive, and it is pretty simple, guys. It is open the box, it is install your batteries, and it is ready to drift, if you know how to drift. The gyro does help. Okay, if you're new to it. Right, let's get into this little bad boy. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely would have preferred getting a different shell, but anyhow, let's go. So, as I say, I do like the wheels, and I hope they are drifting wheels, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of that colour, but it's kind of alright. Alright, okay, so I've done so many unboxing vids, guys, I just do not want to bore you, yeah? You basically need a screwdriver to undo that. And yeah, let me get my screwdriver. Okay, guys, so if you are new to this, you just want to unscrew it. The MR03 they just have like ties, not even cable ties, but you know, like them wire ties. You can either snip them, or if you're looking to resell and keep your packaging, you can keep them. So this basically, and I didn't realize, right, guys, that right is obviously it's for shipping, it's to stop the car moving around. But if you're new to this, there's this plastic plate which is an absolute pain. You hate it, and when you're new to Mini Zs, you don't even have a clue. They didn't really mention anything about this in the book, and you're thinking, what on earth is going on here? How to put my batteries in? Right now, can you see the holes? That's what they were screwed into. The base was screwed into that to stop it moving around. So before you mess around with your Mini Z, you want to just take them off, guys. If you're new to this, pull the body out and Oops, a bit tight there. Right, pull the body out and just remove it with the other fingers. Get it out of this mount. There you go. And there's your little baby. Okay. Oh, yep, definitely looks longer. I'm so used to the smaller all-wheel drives, and that is, if it wasn't for the remote, I'd be pretty happy. Yeah. Anyhow, take that sticker off because the motor does get kind of hot. Will it come off in one go? Let's have a look. Because sometimes you pull it off and it comes off in pieces, and then you're thinking, oh man, you've got to go over it afterwards. It needs a bit of a residue. It's doing that same thing right now. Ultimate fail. Right, so that's going to need going over again afterwards and peeling off, but why bore you guys with that? Right. Okay, so what am I talking about? I'm talking about this here. So when you first get your all-wheel drive, you've got this, you're trying to put batteries in, they don't fit, and it's because of these little mount things here that's sticking up. So you basically need to pull this tab up and grab, I don't know if I can do it without, oh yes you can, right, and pull it out. So that was in there. Pull that thing out, otherwise you'll be scratching your head for ages thinking, what on earth? And what do I like about this? I do like the fact that I've got these beautiful drifting wheels that I've got a red rim around them. That is nice. I do like that. That will look pretty cool on most cars. And I do have them F1 stickers, guys. I don't know if you've ever seen some of them F1 stickers on drift wheels. They look pretty cool. So, might be something to put on. But I do like the fact it's a longer wheelbase. I do like that. I prefer that. That is nice. Yeah, man. See, that will fit under a lot of cars. A lot of the cars that I've got, I mean, I love my Ferraris, my Lamborghinis, Aston Martins, and they're all wide, 98mm wide body shells. So I'm hoping to get this under there. All I've got to do is, because this is not the widest chassis going, but all I've got to do is put wide wheels on. Simple. You know, just put some wide ones in the front, wide ones in the back. I've probably got about 3mm offset wheels. Stick them on, should be okay. And I've got some recently that were really big, that were for the Mini Q. They're really wide as well. And they're big, they're really big. Okay, right, like that. Oh man, okay, so they haven't, I don't know why they're not doing it with the bulbs you can pull out. See, what happens if you're new to this, guys, you have dummy bulbs in there that you can pull out, and you can put your own LEDs in there, which is pretty strange, because on this kind of version, you've got to drill. Yeah, to make that whole, it would have been nice on the Civic. A lot of people prefer the earlier Civic shape. This looks kind of mean, but the older one was a beast, man. Okay, right. So put that back together. So if you're new to it, get it into the mount. All right. Each mount, guys, is specific for that car. They won't fit into other cars. So you got to buy it specific for your car. What's missing there is the accessory part. Let me show you guys if you're new. So when we pull this out, here we've got our book with the information about Mini Z's. There's a little bit of information about your particular car, the Honda Civic Type R Championship White, which isn't really white, but yeah, okay. And then it tells you about the type of chassis, and this is the all-wheel drive M020. And it tells you about the wheelbase, which is LL. And LL is, let's have a look, turn it around. So LL is 98mm. Now they're saying there's 3L and 4L. I have never ever come across, if you'd let me know, because I'd be shocked if you come across the 3L or 4L in an all-wheel drive car, because I haven't. So this is the LL, this is a 98mm. Now, let's have a look, that's interesting. Could you, no you can't. See that hole there, guys, right? Normally, this probably was I don't know, man. Because what you can do is you can screw these, and screw it from the top, put it out, and if there's an extra hole, you've got another 4mm. But it looks like that's as far as it's going to go. Anyway, I'll check that out. But that would have been pretty cool though, if I could have taken that to 102 or 104. That'd have been pretty cool. Okay. So, yep. Then it tells you about the front wheel offset, and which is 1.5mm, and the wheel is the same. So these are both what are classed as narrow. They're both I think just 8mm wide wheels, and there's no offset on them. Well, on this is a bit of an offset, so 1.5mm on both. On some of the on-road cars, like the MR03, you have a wider offset on the back and less on the front. So, okay. And we have got, so the front of the chassis is saying it's 68mm, and the rear of the chassis is 68mm as well. So it's pretty straight. MR03 is a little bit different. Okay, right. We can have a flip through the book if you want, guys. Let me just have a look at the cones and stuff in here. They are in the MR03, no, they're not in that one. They'll probably be in that box underneath. So, I mean, if you've seen my vids, guys, you've seen me do this millions of times, but for the new guys, it'll just give you some common sense things that what type of batteries you got to run inside them. And that's what I like about these, you know. Don't run it in wet conditions, don't run it, it can harm people, make sure you're switching it off. And you don't need to gear mesh these. It's all set itself. You just got to pop your pinion on or your spur on. The tools that you've got, and how to change your motor, and how to change spur gear, and the tool to change your pinion, and batteries. I think it's 4 AAA. It's pretty cool though, because it's worth investing in AAA batteries, guys, because you will need them. And then it's about how to center your car, the steering trim, right? And so on, guys. I mean, it's on off switches and right, whole heaps of stuff. Then it teaches you a little bit about basics about how to drift. Okay, how to make a little 8 formation, how to change your wheels out, and basically the tie rod. You can affect your front suspension. You can have a narrow or wide on the other cars. You can do it anyway. Suspension limiters, and yeah. Then there's troubleshooting. So anyhow, that's for the benefit of guys who haven't had one of these before. Righty, let's put this little bad boy in there. So just to show you guys, I mean, look, this is the difference. That's a 94mm wheelbase. So that would have been a 90, and you can just drop it to 94. And obviously this one is about 4 centimeters longer. Start from the top. Alright. So, but most of the sports cars are 98mm wheelbase, so that's why I was after one of them. Now, you might love this transmitter, but I don't know. Okay, here's the bits and bobs that you get with it. Alright, and I'm interested to see if there's any of them. Oh, there are. Ooh. So they've got the spur gear with the extended bit. Whoa, could you go to 102? That's something I need to look into. That is pretty interesting, guys, because I didn't think they'd have that kind of spur in there. Okay, so here's your basic little tools. What I need from here is I need my battery cover. That's in here. That's that. So that's your basically your get out. That's your pairing stick. You can do that with anything that's got like a screwdriver or anything like that. That's to pull your pinion off. That's your wheel wrench, what it's called. Okay, you will want to upgrade your wheel nuts because they're terrible, and it's pretty hard to find the wheel nuts in them dimensions, guys, so you'll probably have to get these steel wheel nuts, and they'll have a outer dimension which is different to the actual Mini Z one, so you'll have to get a different wheel nut wrench, and that's to pull your pinion off. Makes it a little bit easier. Okay, right, so that needs to go on there. So bodies, when they're new, they're a little bit stiff. Okay, so you put your batteries in there, guys. It's easy to put the bottom ones in first, push them in, push the back bits on first because there's a bit of play there, and then put that on so your battery's not going to fall out. And then back in here. Yep, so I'm kind of like rushing through this, guys, because I know a lot of people who watch my vids have seen all this stuff before, so yeah. Okay. They used to cable tie these in before, they don't seem to do it anymore. And you see the other remote was a bit different to this one. I don't really like this remote, guys. I'm not sure if you can go to the Core Pro ones on this. Anyhow, yep, so here we are, and it's pretty straightforward. You've got your steering trim, your throttle trim, steering trim at the top. You have got your steering direction, so how much turning you want, and channel 4, which is a bit interesting because I'm not really sure what channel 4 will really do. To do with lights probably, and to get your battery cover off. There you go, and it's 4 AAA batteries. Cool. So yeah, not really anything to sing home about, guys. Nothing really amazing here. Okay, but if it drifts pretty well, I will be happy. I'll be pretty happy, guys, because that's exactly what I'm after. I'm after a bit of a drifting machine, and so when I do my little races, it's just nice to have the drifting effect as well as the street runnings. So stay tuned for them little bad boys. And watch this little bad boy on the stand. And guys, move on. I've got some motorcycles, guys, that I've had for so long, and I've never unboxed them. So I think I need to get back into my motorcycles and start unboxing them. So that'll be coming up, guys. The tanks in the background, they're definitely a project that I'm looking to do, so I need to get onto unboxing them as well, guys, so stay tuned for that as well. Okay, check them out on the stand and get subscribed, guys. Be ready for the next Almost 5734.